If you're driving, please remember to use your car's Bluetooth speaker while listening to the AM Drive. Sports talk is not worth your safety or the safety of others.
Grab your popcorn and sit back.
Jump the gun. Oh, no, give me more than that. Okay, go this way. That was dumb. We are.
How could I tell you when nobody wants to? Your faded words I will choke.
Happy Top 5 Tuesday to everyone in the sports universe. It is October the 25th, 2022. This is the AM Drive on our Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages. For Aaron Crouch, who should be back tomorrow, and Sammy Action, who joins the show every Monday, I am your Top 5 Tuesday host, Michael Carbellis, saying good morning to all. Our show is presented by our website, mikeandaarondrive.com. It's got our sponsors, shop, socials, and YouTube all in one convenient place. It's our link tree with a cool domain name. So go to mikeandaarondrive.com. And when you click the Our Shop tab, you can use the code FINSUP, that's FINSUP, for free shipping, expiring this Saturday, October the 29th, if you're listening or watching this week. Again, code FINSUP on the Our Shop tab for free shipping via mikeandaarondrive.com. Monday Night Football last night on ESPN, the Chicago Bears, who had gone down to, as I mentioned on the show live, 9.5-point underdogs, ended up dominating the Patriots 33-14, and they never trailed. Now, this game was actually just 20-14 at halftime. But interestingly enough, in the first 3 drives for the Patriots, Mac Jones went 3 for 6 for 13 yards, 1 interception, and 3 carries for 24 yards. Well, the 1 interception was the last throw Mac Jones would make. Not because of an injury or because they ran the ball a million times. No, this was because Bill Belichick, the mastermind himself, put in Western Kentucky star Bailey Zappe once again. Now, Bailey Zappe, in relief of Mac Jones, went 14 of 22 for 185 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks. A couple of glaring stats here for Bailey Zappe compared to Mac Jones. Yeah, he did throw 2 picks. He also took 16 more pass attempts, and his average was 8.4 yards an attempt. Mac Jones was 2.2. Obviously, the Patriots have seen something in Bailey Zappe because, let's be real, myself and Aaron Crouch kind of joked or teased about a Patriots quarterback controversy because of how well Bailey Zappe did play. I believe he had like a 300-yard game in one of the last 2 games. So it was obviously something that was kind of fun to talk about. But I am the only person I know that has literally said that Bailey Zappe is a good quarterback coming out of this draft. He, of course, was known for lighting up Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, and understandably so. But here's what I told Twitter on March the 15th, 2022. These NFL quarterback scouts are so annoying. Every year, they slurp each other off. All the same analysis. Desmond Ridder film seems awful. Such a slow progression. But Mel Kiper and others just love his potential. Why not show it on the field for once in your college career? The NFL draft buzz. Desmond Ridder is not the most accurate, takes too many sacks, struggle with decision makings, high completion percentage padded by screens. How is that the 38th best prospect? Via the same NFL_draft_buzz, Bailey Zappe is an air raid quarterback who may struggle to adjust. Accuracy drops when he moves from the pocket. and marginal height, which is cliche. So I asked this question: what film did these experts and scouts see that showed Billy Zappe wasn't great? The guy was very smart and was amazing moving up and around in the pocket without just running every play like their golden boy Kenny Pickett or taking sacks like Desmond Ritter. So the reason I said that, and I know that Billy Zappe was not impressive against the Bears, he was more impressive than Mac Jones. But I don't believe if a quarterback is that bad, especially as what is he, like a fifth round draft pick or whatever, the Patriots drafted him. You don't just insert that guy in after 3 drives by your other young starter. In fact, you look at these guys, Mac Jones and Billy Zappe. I'm going to do the research right here. So Mac Jones, of course, it is in like his second or third year. He is 24 years old, out of Jacksonville, Florida. Bailey Zappe is 23 years old, out of Victoria, Texas. What's crazy about this is Mac Jones literally is less than a year older than Billy Zappe. Mac Jones might be taller. And Mac Jones was the Patriots draft pick like a year or two ago. So I'm trying to figure out, at what point did Billy Zappe just all of a sudden take the reins? Because obviously, I believe Brian Hoyer is still on that roster. Like, that's the guy Belichick has trusted for a long time. But if I'm a Patriots fan who may be a fan of Mac Jones at the same time, I think your days are numbered. I'm telling you, this is no mistake. And after the game, Mac Jones was saying that he understood what Bill Belichick was doing, because apparently there was a lot of controversy spurred by the media that was about there's no way Bill Belichick had a plan to put Zappe in. And then Belichick said it wasn't even performance-based. It was that he had a game plan. And the game plan was for Mac Jones, their original young starter, to play 3 drives. Remember, Bill Belichick is a guy who 20 years ago, albeit I don't think this was the right move, although it turned out to be a good move because of how good that team was. This is a guy who never let Drew Bledsoe see the field again. Like, period, at all. Tom Brady goes in there, takes over. They're just winning games. You don't think Bill Belichick would just put Billy Zappe in? I think he would. And I think he did. And now Bill Belichick suddenly will not disclose what's going to happen against the Jets. If I'm Mac Jones, I'm looking for another team, pal. Because this is Billy Zappe's team now. I'll say it. It's a good day to wear number 4. I'll just say that. Because in the next segments, I'm going to talk about how Matt Ryan got benched. Ooh, I never thought I'd say that. That's why I brought out this jersey. You'll see why. But now that's just crazy. As for the Bears, because I do not want to go away from this topic without talking about them, their running game is insane. Justin Fields did take 4 sacks, did throw a pick. And he did, oh my God. So I did not watch this game, full disclosure. Justin Fields had 4 fumbles. That's god-awful and pathetic. So Patriots obviously were doing something right defensively, but then what the Bears did was Khalil Herbert, 62 rushing yards. David Montgomery, 62 rushing yards. Justin Fields, 82 rushing yards. Montgomery and Fields both had a touchdown each on the ground. And Dante Pettis, for good measure, 29 rushing yards. Ebner added 8 yards for a total of 243 yards on 45 attempts, which is good for 5.4 yards a carry. That'll work. Remember, last time we saw the Bears was on Thursday Night Football when they were just horrible and lost against the Commanders. Patriots, to me, have a good defense. They're the ones that started the downfall of the Lions offense this year. Interesting stuff there. Let's get to my final first segment topic. It's on the 2017 Astros, as promised from yesterday's show. And I'll preface my comments by saying this, that I did not watch a lick of the ALCS because I figured the Astros would win it. I have not watched much baseball this year. I will not do so until that pitch clock is officially put into the game, which I'm all for. That being said, the 2022 Houston Astros, of course, are in the World Series. I have said since after the wild card round, I've said the Astros were going to win the World Series. And let me check that, because I'm not sure what my final prediction was. But it was either Astros 1 or Astros 2. So little Mike's in the first tier. Oh, there you go. I have the Astros as my number 1 team. Now, my long shot was the Cardinals. No one saw the Phillies coming. But I have the Astros as my number 1 team at 4-1 to win the World Series. And I honestly believe they're going to do so. But let's just put things into perspective here. Because I'll be honest, Astros were more dominant than I thought they'd be this postseason. George Springer is somehow an October king once again, which doesn't make any sense considering the timing. It's him and Alex Bregman just always find a way to catch fire in the playoffs. But this year, it's not just about home runs for the Astros. It's about their pitching, which has been really good. And if you'll remember, in 2017, the Houston Astros, as I call it, the Houston Asterisks, I even made a shirt that said 2017 champions, with a blue background, orange letters, and the champions had an asterisk by it. And even the next year, the Red Sox were caught for cheating as well. And obviously, they did not lose their World Series championships for some reason because baseball is just stupid. Or Major League Baseball is stupid. But just having another dominant run with basically the same core and roster, does it justify how good these guys actually are? I'm going to say I don't think so. Because obviously they're good players. The Jose Altuve's, the Alex Bregmans, the George Springers, the other guys, even Carlos Correa, who doesn't even want to be a Twin anymore. But I will never forgive 2017. And I think that people who appreciate integrity of sports and the fact that it is a child's game after all should probably be on my side of this equation. The steroid era, you can argue, well, kids watch that and they love it, even though I still think it's cheating the game in the most disrespectful way. But stealing signs is unforgivable in my opinion, because I've heard the everyone does it argument. I've heard the well, obviously we're good because we're still here. But if everyone did it, why are you the only ones that got caught? Either A, means you're lying, or B, you were so much more egregious than the other people were. And that's an issue to me. And every last one of those players took part in that in 2017. That's not a mistake. MLB could have done a lot worse to the Astros. Even though, yes, the championship happened, okay, cool. Doesn't make it right. The Saints beat the Vikings in the NFC Divisional Championship game years ago, and Brett Favre, there was a bounty on his head. Yeah, they beat him, but it doesn't make it right. It's like when a NASCAR driver wins a race and he cheats, and they find it at post-race inspection and give the win to somebody else. Well, I watched the race, he won. Yeah, but he cheated. You cannot cheat the game you grew up playing and grew to love, and your fans grow to love because of you. You can't just cheat that away because it's unacceptable. There's no way you can justify that. And I'm not gonna accuse this 2022 team of cheating, but it is very weird how similar these teams are. The pitching catching up at the right time. They've been there all year, just weren't the top team. Their hitting suddenly hits in clutch moments. But even if they aren't cheating this year, we should never get over those trash can banging bastards. And every last one of those players, including one from my home county of Effingham, Georgia, Josh Reddick, all of those guys are not immune to that. They deserve the scrutiny because they made the choice to cheat. So while many fans of Houston will probably try to say, oh, see, told you 2017 wasn't a fluke. No, it still was. Maybe for the sake, I really, really hope they didn't cheat this time. I really do. Because if they did it again, and baseball once again does a kind of fine or punishment, screw that pitch clock. I hope they didn't cheat. I really do. I hope the 4-1 catches in for you guys, but that's about all I care about the Astros at this point. This coming from a guy who used to be a Red Sox fan and didn't even like that we had the manager on our team. So there you go. When I come back, Matt Ryan has been benched. Why did this happen? And is Tim Ehlinger that guy? Ben Simmons has some rust, according to Steve Nash, and LSU tires jump to number 18. Got some crimson-colored conspiracy. Up next, we'll be right back to the AM Drive. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, shop the merchandise. For $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show, the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah, you want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
If you want the best in sports merchandise for everyone in your family, from every player, every team, in every league, you've got to go to MikeandAaronDrive.com and do what? Got to click the F. That's right. When you click the Fanatics logo, the entire store is at your disposal. Get your memorabilia. Get your official merchandise from every team in every league. No more, is it NFL store? No more, is it NBA shop? No, it's MikeandAaronDrive.com. It's the Fanatics logo. Best part is they have daily deals on that officially licensed merchandise. Today's daily deal is Carve for 65% off site-wide. CARVE for 65% off site-wide. I'm not sure how I feel about that, being that we're still 6 days away from that demonic holiday, but hey, it's their stuff, man. What can I say? I came out decked in the Colts gear this humble morning because on the humble side of things, Matt Ryan, I'll be 1000% honest with you guys of the AM Drive here. By the end of week 7 in the NFL season, I had zero expectations that Matt Ryan was going to be just flat benched. That thought never crossed my mind. Even if I thought we didn't make the playoffs, I never would have imagined this happening. But something had to occur for this to become the news this morning. Our offensive line had to stink, and Jonathan Taylor had to take a step back. And both those things happened. I don't believe Matt Ryan is any different than he was a year, 2, 3 years ago. I don't. As a Colts fan living in Georgia, there's one team I've watched a lot. It's the Falcons. Matt Ryan drugged that team around for quite some time. People can say he's washed. I didn't see it like that this year. I said it about a week ago on the show. Actually, it's funny because when I use the term Mike said it first, I get a lot of slack for that. But can we just be honest for a second? Here's the deal. I told you guys after that Thursday night football game that Matt Ryan can no longer run this offense because of one reason. Our offensive line cannot protect him. Now you're probably saying, well, what about Sam Ehlinger? Well, Sam is mobile. Sam has lit up the preseason. And before you give me the cliche, because I know a lot of new people that have not seen the show before will watch this moment of the show. So I'm going to say it right here. The same scouts that told you Sam Ehlinger was horrible and turned the ball over too much and didn't have a strong arm, they thought Jacob Eason was a physical freak. No joke. Sam Ehlinger showed that man the door and took over his spot as a young quarterback on the roster. Oh, Michael, that's nothing. Well, is it? Because Nick Foles was signed as the backup this year because he was Frank Reich's boy, right? No, Sam Ehlinger showed him the door and became the backup last week. So, obviously, the Colts know something. The majority of fans think they know more. The Colts know more. There is this tweet, as I'll transition to this part, from Pro Football Talk. I forgot who, I think it's Mike Florio, whoever runs this account, said, has one retirement ever screwed up a franchise as much as Andrew Luck's retirement screwed up the Colts? Okay. I always knew this guy was an idiot, but reading this, I was like, okay, that's confirmed for sure. Because this is not about Andrew Luck at all. At all. There's a lot of comments of, oh, well, they booed him. Well, those people were idiots. Those people were idiots. If I were at the game, I would yell at them. I would say, you guys are stupid. Andrew Luck's health was his number one concern, as it should have been. He gave his body up a lot for this team, and finally it was too much for him. Then our offensive line got good, so we brought in Phillip Rivers. We brought in Matt Ryan. We brought in Carson Wentz. Oh, they're on these one-year rentals. Make Chris Ballard and Frank Reich. No, I don't believe that. I believe Sam Ehlinger might save both their jobs. And it might sound stupid. If you look on TikTok at AM Drive TV, I'm already saying that people are just going to crucify me months from now if I turn out to be dead wrong. And I just might. But something about this kid's story, ever since he left Texas, has really just intrigued me. The way he's jumped the young guy who's a physical freak. The way he jumped the coach's favorites. The way he's been there in the preseason and just lit up the preseason with and against starters at times. Those things matter to me as a Colts fan. I think the Colts know what they're doing here. And don't be surprised if Frank Reich and Chris Ballard looked like geniuses by drafting this kid in the 6th round. Shout out Sam Ehlinger, number 4, baby. So Bailey Zappe, who I liked, Sam Ehlinger, who I like even more than Bailey Zappe. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm on cloud Mike's at first. You have to love it. Change that graphic back. Okay. Ben Simmons fouled out last night against the Memphis Grizzlies. John Morant did this play. I've seen the video. I get it was a ticky-tack foul, but Ben Simmons was physical all game, and suddenly he thinks that one shouldn't be called. I disagree. But John Morant kind of, after he crosses the timeline, the half-court mark, he holds the ball there at the bottom, kind of moves it back and forth, and then he picks it up, and he says in the press game, like in the post game, yeah, I knew Ben was going to do that because Ben has done that before against us. So Ben pressed against him, caused some contact, blocking foul, whatever you want to call it. And then Ben Simmons was not happy because he got fouled out. Grizzlies were going to win anyways, but you get it. So, Steve Nash, after the game, and Ben Simmons were both not happy. Ben Simmons was very mad about JT Orr, the referee. Listen to this. I'm going to go and read this verbatim from ESPN's app. I just saw the play, Simmons said after the game. It wasn't a foul. The ref, JT Orr, called it a foul, made a mistake. It is what it is. It's really frustrating. It's not a foul, but it was blank. It's frustrating because it's late game, 4th quarter. It's a physical, close game. It's the NBA. It's not college. This part's weird. It's not high school. And here, this is insane. Some people are going to get hit. Some people bleed. It's basketball. I don't know. This is not rugby, Ben Simmons. This is basketball. I don't know what he's talking about, but some people bleed. Come on, dude. Stop it. He said he got no explanation for that call, and I've always wondered why players want this. Like, you got fouled out of a game, dude. Suck it up and move on. He said because Ja had a tech, he had to give me a tech earlier in the game because I said something. It wasn't malicious. It wasn't at the referee. I thought it was just a part of basketball. Again, I don't know what he's talking about there. If you're cussing out like calling someone the B word or something, if you're escalating a situation, and I didn't see the technical foul, the double tech apparently. But I also know that, you just don't do that. It's like, Ben, grow up, dude. Steve Nash had this to say, and I think it's stupid. Steve Nash said, I think rust, he said, when asked of what he believes is hampering Simmons most right now. I just don't think he's played a lot of basketball. Oh, good Lord. He's like anybody who plays the game knows what he's talking about. So he's basically saying, if you think Ben Simmons shouldn't have rust, you don't know because you didn't play. Well, that's cheap, Steve Nash, and you know it's cheap. Just because you haven't played for 18 months, I don't know what he's talking about. What part of that play was timing? What part of 7 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, and 5 turnovers, what part of that is I haven't played in 18 months? He's still the same timid, physical player who cannot shoot. That's what Ben Simmons is at this point. People have the audacity to compare this man to LeBron James, and it's been comical ever since. I rooted for him early. Don't root for him now, especially after he acted like he had depression randomly. So I thought, like, okay, I have to go on this rant. JJ Redick's podcast, The Old Man and the Three, featured Ben Simmons. And Ben Simmons said, and he tried to justify, he tried to justify passing out of a wide open dunk by saying, I thought someone would be there. Well, that's you not being aware. And then he said, yeah, everything just accumulated right there. No, you're lying. You're lying. This man literally tried to convince people on JJ Redick's podcast. And JJ Redick goes, oh, yeah, you're right. I've dealt with depression. You guys are stupid and you're liars. Stop it. This dude literally said, because he stunk it up, all the depression came crashing down. That's not how that works, pal. Don't act like it is. This notion that he's got rust, the dude's like 26 years old, guys. 26 years old, and somehow he can't take 18 months off and come back playing at a high level. It's been long enough. Maybe you shouldn't have cried your way out of town of Philly. Just a thought. Just a thought. I have a hard time believing. I don't care if you've been out. Like, Clay Thompson was out for like 2 years, okay? Clay did not complain about rust. Stop it. Ben Simmons doesn't even have a jumper to be complaining about rust. Oh, it'll fall. No, Ben, it won't. You stink. Speaking of Ben Simmons, and how about LSU Tigers? Okay, so oh my gosh. I was dreading this topic because I knew it had to be said, but I didn't want to get to it because it's one of those things. Every Tuesday, I feel like I have a bigger picture topic to get to that really makes me think about why the crap I watch these stupid sports, but here I am. College football, baby. I'm telling you what, talk about corrupt and just controlled by an organization at the expense of other schools. This is really wild. So college football, our top fives will be available after the commercial break. But LSU was 5-2 at home playing the number 7 team, Ole Miss. For those of you that are new to the show and watching for the first time, last Thursday, which is when we do our college football preview, me and Aaron were kind of talking like, it seems like, because I told him LSU was going to beat the number 7 team. You know why? Ole Miss was ranked number 7, so LSU could climb as far as they did. And where did they climb? Number 8. This team was unranked, bro. Unranked. Won a game at home. Because it's the number 7 team, now they're number 18. So check this out. Now, Alabama, their next opponents. No, this is peculiar. Next weekend, this is not Halloween, but next weekend, Saturday, November the 5th, at 7 o'clock Eastern, probably on CBS, go figure, is number 6 Alabama at number 18 LSU. This is so stupid. This team is 6-2. And they catapulted because they beat a team who I promised everybody was nowhere near top 7. Number 7 Ole Miss. What the heck? Jesus, mother. I can't explain it, man. I cannot explain how stupid and how dumb they think everybody is. And take your crimson-colored glasses off for just a second here, because I don't even know if Alabama fans can justify this. How is LSU suddenly playing the number 7 team? I knew they were going to win. They did handedly. And now they're number 18, right before they conveniently had to play Alabama. Boy, that is something special. You cannot write a better script. Oh, wait, I just did, because I just copied the script for them. I copied and pasted it and told you about it on the show. That is unbelievably corrupt. I'm still going to watch anyways because I'm just that gullible. Bingo. When I come back, I'm going to finish Top 5 Tuesday. Our top 5 college football teams are provided by myself, Sammy, and Aaron, as well as our top 5 NFL teams and top 5 NHL with Aaron and top 5 NBA by me for the first time this season. I'll be back. I gotta get some water. The AM Drive with Mike and Aaron might be the best morning show ever. If you love the show, shop the merchandise for $26 hoodies, $16 shirts, even $13 mugs. High quality swag for cheap because Mike and Aaron love the fans. The best morning show the lowest price merch at amdrive.online.
This is Popple, the next generation business card. With just a tap, your Popple instantly shares your digital business card to both iPhone and Android devices. The best part? The other person doesn't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. To pop your info, tap your Popple to the top of an iPhone, the center of an Android, or just scan your in-app QR code. And just like that, all your info is saved to their phone. More connections, more leads, more sales. That's Popple. Download our free app and get your Popple today.
Aren't you the Vice Golf guy?
Yeah, you want an autograph?
Yeah. Actually, I was just wondering if the balls are any good.
The balls are amazing. You look like a Pro Plus guy.
I thought you'd never ask. It's actually better than my old ball.
And it's half the price.
Top performing golf ball, half the price. It's almost stealing.
Quit searching the globe and get your high-performing golf balls at vicegolf.com.
Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
If you host a podcast or run a small business, it can be hard spreading the word. Friends want to check it out, but chances are they might not. So it's time to help them and grow your brand with Popple, P-O-P-L. Popple is an easy-to-use but high-tech digital business card that comes in various forms. You can get your Popple using the code AMDRIVE in all caps for 20% off your order. Set up your links and share. Don't worry, people you share with will not even need a Popple or the amazing Popple app. So when you get your Popple and keychain, pops on it, credit card, all kind of forms, enter the code AMDRIVE, all caps, on popl.co. You can also find it at mikeandaarondrive.com, clicking the Popple logo, and there you'll see the promo code once again. Top 5 college football teams. I've been entering week number 9 here, which should be fun. Sammy's top 5 college football teams are this: Georgia at 1, Michigan, Ohio State, Tennessee rounding out the top 4, and Clemson as the first team looking in. Aaron has got Ohio State at number 1, Georgia number 2, Michigan at 3, Tennessee at 4, and Alabama 5. And for me, I've got Georgia at number 1, Ohio State number 2, Tennessee number 3, Clemson number 4, and Alabama number 5. I'll admit it, Alabama is a good team that probably should make the playoff. But my biggest thing with Alabama is this: they get a free game to lose every single year. Other teams do not get that luxury. That's just the way I see it. And I don't think you can convince me otherwise. You get a free loss every single year, but if Oregon loses to Georgia in week 1 and gets blown out and then they blow out every other team they play, they're just not good enough, and I don't see why. I still think Alabama's better, but you shouldn't reward them for taking games off. I just don't. I'm not saying Tennessee did not beat them. I'm not going to go up here and say that Tennessee, lucked into that win, because they obviously had to punch them in the mouth, and they did that. But to have Alabama to come away scotch-free is kind of sickening, and I don't like it. Top 5 NFL teams. Sammy has got the Chiefs at 1, Bills at 2, Eagles at 3, Cowboys 4, and Vikings at 5. Aaron's got Bills at 1, Chiefs, Eagles, Vikings at 4, and Cowboys at 5. I've got the Chiefs at number 1, and no, it's not recency bias because the Bills are on a bye week and the Chiefs just beat the snot out of the 49ers. I still thought Chiefs hung with the Bills pretty good, despite Mahomes throwing 2 interceptions. So I kept the Chiefs at number 1 anyways. Number 2 are the Bills, who have the best roster in football. Number 3, the Eagles. Number 4, the Cowboys, who Dak should look a lot better next week. And their running game, I don't think people understand how good Ezekiel Elliott has been the last few weeks. And we thought he was going to fall off the map, and he didn't. And number 5, I've got the Baltimore Ravens. They're hanging on by a thread, by the way. Thankfully, they did beat the Browns, though. I picked the Ravens to make the Super Bowl. Top 5 NHL teams with Aaron. Bruins at number 1. His Vegas Golden Knights at number 2. Dallas Stars at 3. In 4th place are the Colorado Avalanche. And number 5 are the Carolina Hurricanes. And now the first top 5 NBA teams of 2022-23 season with your boy, Mike. Number 5, the Blazers. Number 4, Blazers are 4 now, by the way. Number 4, Luka and the Mavs. Number 3, the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown suddenly is an elite scorer. Wow. Number 2, the Phoenix Suns. And number 1, Ja Morant and the Grizzlies are here to stay. And good for them as well. Tomorrow is Jambalaya Wednesday. And what are we cooking up tomorrow? Aaron's thoughts on Brady and Rodgers looking old and both teams at 3 and 4. A World Series preview. NFL MVP and college football Heisman favorites so far. And much more on the show that mixes everything together. Because we ain't got football and we're done with football for the week. So I cannot wait for Aaron's thoughts on everything. I will see you guys tomorrow again. Aaron should be back. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and Facebook at AM Drive TV. The TikTok has been bouncing off because I've been bouncing off the walls on it. I've done a couple of fun rants about the Lakers and about Zion Williamson's health. And I've got some stuff that I break down on that show that you may not hear in the Mike and 10 podcast, or you might not hear on the show. So for Aaron Crouch, I am Michael Carvella saying so long and goodbye. And don't forget to please drive safe.